Hey, hello, welcome to Karo's Einfallsreich, located in a beautiful small town in southern Germany. My name is Caro, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and not only do I love to create new paper craft projects, I also love to share them with my fellow crafters. Since there are way more English-speaking crafters than German-speaking ones, I now try to share my videos in English as well. But of course, English is not my native language, so please bear that in mind. Be gentle, I'll try my very best. The project I want to share with you today is this little gift box. In there is some kind of pedicure, spa products, thingies. I don't know how to describe them in English. I think that's supposed to be a bubble bath for your feet and a very rich cream to moisturize and get soft skin, I guess. And I bought it a while ago when it was still summer, and I just liked the packaging, I liked the colors, and I thought of our tropical leaf punch and our stamp set, and I thought, well, just take it. I didn't know what to do with it, I just wanted to have it. And now, I try to create a project with it because summer's coming to an end, and in fall everyone wants the cozy stuff and not the passion fruit ones. So I created this project. I love the cute little bear from the new holiday catalog. It's supposed to be this way around. It's a sitting bear. But I thought if you just flip him around, it's looking like he's lying on his back, rolling around, sticking his feet up in the air. And then we have the feet theme, as well as kind of, it's relaxing. He could be doing yoga. I don't know how you do yoga, so it's probably not authentic, but I still like the idea. And he looks very happy. So for me, that's my little yoga bear. And he's having a little me time and, looking at his feet. So the feet theme is in here as well. And the rest of it just came to me while crafting. So for this project, of course, the embellishments and the decorations are the showstopper. So we start with this because that's the main thing here. First of all, we need our bear because, well, he or she, maybe it's a she bear, I don't know. That's the main focal point. I take this stamp set, it's from the new catalog, coming to customers 6th of September, I guess. I don't know what it's called in English. I suddenly realized I haven't looked it up before, I'm sorry. It's something berry, cute, something like this. I don't know, but the bear is in there. Just pick him up, get a clear block. Bigger one, apparently. This one fits. And early espresso ink. And just stamp that on Whisper White cardstock. No, it's now called Basic White. Not Whisper White anymore. Not for a long time, actually. I still slip up. So, okay. There's our bear. Sitting, but just flip him around, then he's lying down. I use Stampin' blends. For the darker shades, I use dark Pekan pie. For the rest of his coat, I use the bronze one. I won't do that now because I'm not an expert in coloring. You can do that probably better than me, and also it's boring. And then you'd have to watch me fussy cut the bear. That's boring as well, so I did that ahead of time. So we already have the bear. It's magic, television magic. But of course there are lots of other decorations on this sheet, so we have lots of stuff to do left. Next I want to do these kind of passion fruity things. I looked at it, and first I thought just pick up the colors and do something with it, but then I looked at it a little bit closer and thought, well, this shape, that could be also something we have. This stamp set, and I forgot to look up, I think it's Sweet Citrus stamp set in English. Well, We have it for, we've had it, I think, in the last season's catalog. I really do like it. I saw lots of funny stuff with it, like you can do coconuts with that. Not only like lemons and yeah, you know, oranges, but also coconuts. And, well, you can do passion fruits as well. Passion fruit? Is there an S in the end? Well, I don't know. Let's do it. Not talk about it. You can see for my previous stamping that I only need this one. I use a fairly small clear block because I only want to pick up this one fruit. The other ones we don't need, so I just, you know, pick them up, stick them to the back, that this is not in the way. We only need to color this one. I used Blackberry Bliss ink and also Berry Burst ink. Usually, and you know, a little sponge dauber. Usually when you do this, you'd want to cover your stamp with the lighter ink and then dab in the darker ink so that you can go back and forth from your stamp to the ink pad and not, you know, ruin your ink pad, because if you go with the darker color into the lighter ink pad, then you kind of, you know, mess up your ink pad. But since I recently re-inked my Berry Burst stamp set stamping pad, it's kind of very juicy, so for this I'm doing it the other way around, but I just make sure that I don't go back into my stamping pad once I dabbed on the Blackberry Bliss stamp. And I should have opened my stamp pad before handling all that stuff. Okay, just dabbing in here, and then I go from the inside to the outside and just dab in here a little bit of the lighter color. I think initially you can't see it that good on your stamped image, but afterwards I think you can see the different colors. The ink dries a little bit more, then you can see it better. I think here is one I made before. Hopefully you can see it in the camera that there are different colors in it. Okay, I'm going to clean my sponge dauber and also my stamp, because otherwise I'll get my hands all dirty. And Blackberry Bliss is something you don't want on your hands because it will stay with you like forever. You can go showering for like 3 times in a row and you will still have that color on you. That's at least how it feels, because it's, you know, very rich in color and very red. So okay, we don't need this anymore, but of course, like this is not a passion fruit yet. There needs to be something inside. And for this, I just used my crushed curry stamping pad, a little bit more ink, and are they called aqua painters anymore? No, they are not. Water painters? I don't know. German is a very descriptive language, so if you translate it literally, it would say water tank paintbrushes. So I don't know how you call it in English, but just use these. You can see what I'm doing, so hopefully you'll get it. And I just pick up some color and splash it inside. Be sure to leave a kind of white border, because, you know, just make it similar to the pictures. I wanted to make it similar to the pictures. And yeah, don't use too much water, because this is regular basic white cardstock, and yeah, it's not so good with water. Usually you would use like watercolor paper, but for this I thought it's sufficient. And just, you know, make it a little bit uneven, not the same intensity of color in every spot, because it's kind of, yeah, there are some kind of seeds in it, so it's not the same color in every spot. It's not even. And for the seeds, I use wild wheat and just use the tip of my painter, go in there, pick up a little bit of color, and then dab into the middle of your passion fruit. And like this, you can create those little seeds. And if your paper is still wet, it kind of spreads a little bit, and that makes it, in my eyes, it makes it look like a passion fruit. So there you have it. Not only a lemon or an orange or lime, but also coconut or passion fruit. Ta-da! Okay. More stamping to do. Lots of decorations needed for this little bear. We also have this tropical leaf stamp set, where you can get the little leaves and also the big leaves. For the big leaves, we have a punch. It comes as a bundle. And we do it with this leaf, the same that we did with the, yeah, well, is it the shell? The outer corner of this passion fruit. For this, I used lemon lime twist ink and also, oh, what's it called in English? Let's have a look. Shaded spruce. Forgot about that. So we need this one and also, oops, this one. And I think it's easier, you can do it however you like, but I think it's easier if you stamp the inner part first. I use shaded spruce for this, and then do the outer part. So I ink up the stamp in lemon lime twist, and then I use my sponge dauber again. Oh, that's not really clean. Let's try that again. Otherwise, we'll have a pink leaf, which could be cute as well, but not what I want for this project. Oh, that's better. Okay. Or you use just, another sponge dauber. But I don't want to go digging through my stash. I have lots of them, just can't find any others right now. Okay, so dab into the darker color and then kind of, yeah, make it a two-shaded leaf. Just gives it a little bit more interest. Okay, and then looks good to me. Do it like this. Okay. So there's one little thing left to stamp, and those are the flowers. And I'm kind of amazed because do you see these flowers on the packaging? They look exactly like the flowers in the stamp set from the lemons. That's kind of, I was so pleased when I realized that it all fit. Okay, for this I use gray granite ink, and I use scratch paper because I stamp once and then I stamp another time, and it gives me a really light image. I just want a light little outline for the flowers, but not, the really dark image. And for the inner part of the flowers, there are also stamps. Come on. Those two are for the smaller flowers, and this one is for the bigger one. And I use crushed curry, and I stick my fingers into the paint, yay, and do it like this, and do it like this. Okay, almost all the stamping is done. Of course, you'd have to cut this out with the dies. There are matching dies for this and also for the flowers. There's a punch for the leaf. And you'll have to fussy cut the bear. Well, you have to paint him first and then fussy cut, but we already did that. I also did some passion fruit in advance and little leaves and flowers. So almost all of our decorations are ready to go. The only thing that's left and that we need is the sentiment. Right now, Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry anything that says me time. But there's a but in everything. And a big but to me. We have this stamp set in the holiday catalog. It's called More Wishes. And you can kind of, you know, work your way around it. Because in Merry, there's a me. You can use this me. And then in Christmas, there's a T, there's an I, and here's the Merry again, M-E, so you can create time. That's what we're going to do right now. We grab the Merry in the bold pattern, and then the small Merry and the small Christmas. And I need to clean my stamps because I don't have enough clear blocks left, and I need those. So a little bit of cleaning in between, and then we can go ahead. Of course, you can decorate this box any way you like, but for me it just fit like this. Okay, so this is done, and then this is done, and now we have more space for more stamps. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, something was not really green on my hands. Yay! Okay. Now we can do Merry. We can do Little Merry, and we can do Christmas. Perfect. I have a piece of paper that's approximately, well, 3 centimeters in width. That's a little bit more than an inch, maybe 1 inch and 1/8 of an inch, something like that, so that your Merry will fit. And we only want to ink up the M and the E. You could put some kind of washi tape or other scotch tape until here so that you mask the other letters, but if you're careful, I think you can do it. Just ink up, you can see through the stamp, it's photopolymer. So I just inked up M and E in crushed curry. Hopefully it works. Stamp it on here. Yeah, well, straight enough. And then I use my Stampin' Right marker in Blackberry Bliss. And I just color the T. Well, I color all the letters I need for time, but I start with the T. Just like this. And of course, the image is not as, you know, clear and crisp as if you'd ink it up with an ink pad, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, and then we stamp the T, and then we need to clean it in between, because otherwise we can't just get the eye that we need. And make sure to dry your stamp, because you know, if there's any moisture left, it will stick to your paper and then you get splotches on it. You don't want that. Okay, where's the eye? There's the eye. I colored the eye. Okay, like this. Okay, and then M-E in Mary. And there you go. Little patchwork sentiment. I love to play like this. It's just, it makes me happy when things are this versatile. Like this. And ta-da, it says me time. Okay, and I think that's fitting for, you know, these kind of spa products. A little spa gift. Okay, so now all the stamping is done. As you can see, I did all my cutting and fuzzy cutting and punching and die cutting ahead. So we're good to go to decorate, but of course we need something to decorate. So now we are doing our actual box. Need to get a little rid of all the things on my desk here, because we need a little bit of space for our Simply Scored scoreboard, and we need cardstock. I use Blackberry Bliss because it fits my my products, it fits my project. So this measures 4 1/8 inch by 9 inches. Put it in on the long side. Can you see? Yes, you can. And score at 1/2 inch, 6 inches, and 6.5 inches. And then turn to the long side and score 1/2 inch from both sides. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and here it's 1/2 inch, 6 inches, and 6.5 inches. All the measurements you can find in the info box below. Also, I list all the materials I used today. Okay, so crease with your bone folder, and then we get to cutting. Oops. Take your trusty scissors. You have this large rectangle and this shorter rectangle, and here are some small little squares. Those are our glue tabs. So we cut straight on the rectangle and at an angle in the squares, so that our glue tabs are angled like this. It just makes it a little bit nicer to glue it together afterwards. Do the same on the opposite side. Straight on the rectangles and at an angle on the squares. Okay, we did this from the long side. For here we have 2 more little squares. Those are also glue tabs. But well, for me it looks a little bit better if the glue tabs are glued in this direction. So for this I look at it from the short side and I do it like this. But also at an angle for those glue tabs, and straight cut on the rectangles down to the score line. And then you should have a piece that looks like this. Here are all our little glue tabs. So let's get some glue and glue this together. I use multi-purpose liquid glue because I like it. You need strong glue so that your packaging doesn't pop open. Every time you do some kind of 3D projects, you need strong glue. like Seal Plus or sticky tape or liquid glue. Use whatever you like best. I just put glue on the outside of my little glue tabs and then I glue it together. Just like this. I think that's something you probably did 1,000 times before, so oops, don't have to tell you how to glue a box together. Just like this, give the glue a little bit time to, you know, really grab. Here it doesn't want to, apparently. Okay, and then the other ones as well. And when everything is, you know, glued together, then you can take your bone folder and try to give it a good crease so that everything really sticks together. Okay, just like this, here and here and here and in here. Okay, that looks good. For the last part, we just put this up and put glue on the inside of those tabs and glue them to the side of the box, and then our box is kind of ready to be filled. So a little bit more glue here and here. Okay, push down and glue the side flaps down, just like this. Then you can use your bone folder to make sure it really sticks. And that's your little box. You can fill it with products you like. For me, it's this. And we start decorating. So we have lots of little pieces. Come here. And I think I start with this sentiment, me time. I just, you know, cut it at an angle so that it's not just, you know, a square, but a little bit like a diamond shape almost, like this. So we have our little sentiment, and then we need like one of the passion fruits up here and one of the smaller. Just bring that in so that I can look how I did it before. Oh, did it the other way around. Well, it's not, it doesn't really matter. Something like this, I guess. So I just start to glue this down. But since I'm going over the edge here, make sure to just put glue here in the corner down here so that you don't glue your decorations to your products. Otherwise you can't, you know, get them out anymore. Don't want to glue it shut. So just a little bit down here in this corner, and then I do it like this. Also, yes, I think I like it like this. And then same goes for the leaf. Oopsie. Only glue down here. And well, I like it like that. For the sentiment, I use dimensionals. Oh, I don't have too many left. Well, let's put one here and one there. Note to myself, get more dimensionals. I have some in my stash. I just don't know where. I have to look for them. Okay. Glue it on kind of straight, a little bit more. Like this. Yeah, I think I like it like this. Okay. And then down here, another passion fruit, and the big leaf, and the small leaf. Just, however you like it best. I think I start with the big leaf down in this corner, just like this. Want it like this. Okay. Just play with it however you like it best. And then maybe down here. And the smaller leaf in the middle. Okay, then our showstopper, the bear. Oh no! Oh no! There's some water on my project. And our ink doesn't like too much water. Oh well. So, dimensionals on here. And maybe a little bit on his feet as well. Like this. Not too much. It will work somehow. And then we will put the bear here. There's a line on his back. Just enjoying his little relaxing me time. Like so. Okay. And then we have some flowers left. You just, put them in between, like one here and one there and the other one up there. And I guess, oh, we already finished. No, not quite. Not quite yet. I forgot my little bow. I just use some white twine, make a little bow. Don't make it too big, needs to fit. And use a little glue dot. Okay, but now that's it. Now we're finished. Glue the little bow in place. And then there is our box. I hope you enjoyed the project. I hope you find your way to me again. I plan to make more videos in English. Well, tell me if you like them. Maybe I'll do more in English as well. And I wish you happy crafting. Hope to see you soon. Bye, guys.